in a nice nuclear mommy, father, children, that kind of bond can happen. But in this our African context, we have plenty wives, we have aunties, we have cousins, we have family. There's a lot of dynamics or factors that just complicate our own story, such that it's not just about the nuclear family, which in your own case could have been what has helped that bond to be very tight. Other families, there's a divorce, there's co-parenting here, there's separation, there's cousins. So all that forces some kind of competition. There's a difficulty sometimes in maintaining those relationships to the point where when you're older, so you feel that, yes, I can help you, but I must also go and find my wealth outside. I want to go as far away from these people as possible. When I now have my money, instead of me to come and start teaching them how I made my wealth, I'll just send them, let me just do my own, let me keep them at arm's length. It happens.
Yes, but Morayo, you don't have to teach them your own kind of business. You can ask them, what do you want to do?
They never know the answer to that question. Did you ever know the answer to that? We don't know. We have to just discover ourselves.
Because I can't continue giving you money every time. I have to make sure that you are on your own so that you don't keep coming to me. So because me too, I have my own wants and needs that need to be taken care of.
Some put people on salary. There are many wealthy people that put family members on permanent salary.
That weakens them
so that
too.
But what you do with what you have is your responsibility. Don't blame me. I've done my part. If somebody has helped you, they've done their part. What you do, everybody has a seed. If they've given you that seed, turn it into a forest by your own
There's
efforts.
somebody that used to collect money from my mom up until she died.
Your mom had plenty of people.
Plenty. But this one in particular, this person collects money from my mom almost every month. Once my mom died, the person was asking for my number. Family members they refused to give him my number. Somehow, I don't know how the person found my number. He started greeting me and saying that. And I'm thinking, you're not going to pass on what for my mom. It's not. Because you have a wife, you have kids, and you're not depending. You depend on an old woman to be feeding you. I'm not going to continue that. Hell no. So the point is that some of us we are used to just collecting. But you see, my point is that is the giver. Should you continue to give?
And,
you have to draw the line somewhere.
You see the way you just said it now. You felt there was entitlement.
Yes.
That was, you're a kind person, and I know that. So what irked you in that relationship was somebody is feeling entitled to what you are working hard for, the sacrifices you have made. That is the problem. That is why you can see some rich people close their eye, because they feel like, what, is it only you?
Yeah.
That's the problem.
And we talk about external factors where you said like people have their siblings now have wives, husbands, and then that's an influence, right? But then that's what I have a friend that would say, I'm married into a very close-knit family. You should, when you train up your children, when the Bible says you train up a child the way the child should be, and the child will grow up and never depart from that. When you have your family values, there's some families that they have what they celebrate, they have what they do Thanksgiving together, they do Christmas together. Even when you come, you know that this is this is the core of the family value, right? And that brings me to the fact that you hear people say, oh, my sibling spoke to me like that because now he has money or because he has money. People that were raised right and they don't speak like that. You find out that even when your sibling corrects you, you take it in love, even though you're angry. You don't, in your mind, because you trust the intention, you don't believe that this person is trying to belittle me or talk to me anyhow. No, you trust the intention. So if I can trust the fact that Morayo is correcting me in love and not trying to belittle me, it's my mindset. If I trust that she says, Amaka, this thing you didn't drop this cup right, you should have done it like that. I won't feel like, why should Morayo tell me that thing? I'll feel like, oh, Morayo, next time I'll try to, because my own, it's not Morayo now, my own mindset in receiving. So even if you want your sibling to help or do whatever, what's your mindset?
Okay.
What's the upbringing?
Let me take this call. Good morning. Thanks for calling. You're live. Hello. Good morning. I think we're having issues with our callers. You know, what the issue I was going to say was that if you are my sibling and maybe I help you, right, and something happens, you mess things up, and I did it over, but I didn't tell anybody that I was helping my friend. Busy, I'm helping this person. I didn't tell anybody, family members, no, because we're trying to just keep it amongst ourselves. But you messed me up so bad that you took my help for granted. Now she is a new family member that has no idea what I have been doing.
Assuming.
And then she comes to me for the same help. And I said, because of what Tope did to me, I am not going to help this person. And then she goes to family and says, that girl, she's very selfish. Imagine, she's not helping anybody, she's by herself. So people don't understand that the reason why I am not extending to you is because I have been burnt by maybe 2 or 3 other family members. So those dynamics are crazy.
It's not that person's fault.
It's not easy.
It's not that
Nobody
person's
would know.
It's not easy. You see, when yesterday on the show, somebody mentioned it that I don't borrow people money, that whenever they ask me for money, I give them what I can dash them. Yeah. I've been there. I asked somebody for 100,000 naira as a loan for my business. And I was opening my studio and they gave me 10,000 naira. I'm like, I don't need 10,000 naira. I need 100,000 naira to buy 2. I will pay you back. He didn't give me because he had given many people money and they did not return. So he now said, you should just give me 10,000 naira. It is not easy. Human nature, when you injure yourself, it will become hardened to protect at that place from getting injured again. So it is normal for us to want to wall off and protect ourselves, but it takes a level of, it takes the Holy Spirit, it takes God to soften us so that we are kind to everybody and treat each relationship as a fresh ground. Don't carry the burden of the previous one. But I can only say this based on my own experience. It's not easy. I can't judge somebody else for what they've done based on what they have been through. So what you said is very, very valid. Many relatives are not nice to new or younger people because of what they've heard before. My auntie, she's doing very well. She owns a radio station. Surprisingly, I've never mentioned it to you. And her husband owned a bank at the point in time, and I went to meet her.
High-level connect.
Yes, and this is my first cousin.
Wow.
She's my dad's elder brother's daughter. Wow. And I went to meet her to do IT. And I knew when I left that she just assumed that I was coming to curry favor. So she was like, no, I don't use connection for anything. I know that you are Udubela, but you go and apply normally, and if you get it, you get it. Don't think that because you are my cousin, you will get any extra favors here. I left. I got into NAFDAC for my IT. I did not go back to meet her for anything, but I knew the reaction was not to me as a person. I've always been very proud. I just felt that she just feels like everybody comes to meet her, or family member comes to meet her to ask for favors. But she shouldn't have given me that reaction because I was a small 17-year-old.
But you don't know where she's coming from.
Exactly. So you can see the...
Yes.
So in hindsight now I understand it, but me, I just took it that, life has happened. God will carry me to another place. And I went somewhere else and I got the opportunity. So if you are in that receiving end, your life is not tied to one person. Your destiny is not tied to your brother or your sister or your cousin or your auntie. If your cousin, brother, auntie do not help you, this God is a wonderful God. The causes, somebody else will help you.
The giver should not also transfer what happened to another person that you transfer it to.
We're human beings.
But the other person doesn't know. The other person is innocent. If you really want to help, you can just help without saying because you help somebody.
Take a peek at the story we're looking at, the Cubana story earlier. If we look in the next 5 years, this $10,000, let's see what will happen to it. Maybe you'll be surprised. He might use that $30,000 to scale up his business. We never know. We'll see. We'll review that.
I never tell. If Cubana Chief brings receipts of what he has done, he might have passed that 30,000.
Can I say something? And then even you as a sibling that is working and you're looking up to that sibling, we all see Cubana Chief Priest. He does not rest. That guy is everywhere. He's hustling. He's working hard. He's a hard worker. You cannot take that away from him. He's a hard worker. Do you understand? So let everybody wake up. Like you said, God has given all of us 24 hours. God has given all of us brain. As the guy, they move every day. That guy, no, they rest. People say, let this guy not just drop one day. He's always on the move. You wake up and move. If you want to intend with him, learn too. There's something the Igbo people that they do. I don't know about other cultures. I can only speak from where I'm from. Igbo people don't joke with what they call family meeting. Family meeting is so important in the Igbo land. Why? Because it brings everybody together. Everybody can talk about where we are at. Who offend you, who do they? And then if you notice, within the Igbo community, if one person has money, it touches every other person. And Cubana Chief Priest is a generous human being. It's obvious, like as a person. And that Igbo land, everybody, and if this is the siblings, or in the Igbo land, the sibling feels that I'm not being helped, you go to the Omona. There's a place where it is discussed. You've been given a platform and a caucus to discuss that issue
your grievances.
And your grievances.
But I know there's one thing I know is that once you give, you will never lack. You continue to have more.
Yes.
That's one good thing about life. So if the Cubana priest that is rich, I know that yes, he spreads it out and he helps a lot of people. That is why his money will never finish. So you find out that you think he's working hard, but it's the blessings because he gives. It's the blessings that come to you.
Thanks for calling. Hopefully our line will work right now. Femi, thanks for calling.
Good morning, Morayo. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, please, you ladies, you've said it all. There's this Yoruba phrase that says that Ajumobi Okontanu, ẹni tí Ọlọ́run rán sí yàn ló ṣèyàn lóore. So the fact that you are my sibling, you are a billionaire, you are a trillionaire, whatever, It's not a must. But if whoever that goes are destined to you to help you, will help you. Like I think Dr. I had a question that the fact that I know she's ready to help, but people should not take it for granted, something like that. There are a lot of people that even after doing them favor, they will still say all kinds of rubbish, even within the family. So if God says is an answer that is going to help my siblings to make it in life, so be it. So it's not compulsory and it's not a must that my sibling or somebody in my relation must help me to succeed in life. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, well, I didn't hear anything.
Yeah. And some you will help them, and when you finish helping them, they'll still go outside and say funny things about you.
But
so,
was it clear?
Yeah, it was a struggle to hear.
Okay.
It was very
I couldn't hear.
Yeah, so I have a story of somebody who I know that they know that the brother, he has a job actually, but they know that what he's earning is not enough to sustain him and his family. So what the sibling does is this: they help the brother pay his the children's school fees. At least let them take that heavy burden off him. But every other thing he does, he takes care of the feeding of his family and he takes care of other things. That's obligation on sibling.
That's Nigeria.
Yes,
That's
you
what
have to
Nigerians do.
help.
Nigerian people
So
pay
that
school
one,
fees.
you won't say because he's not doing anything. It's just that his money is not enough to take care of, to take care of his family and all. So that way, a sibling can come in and help.
But let's also talk about expectations and people counting your money.
Entitlement.
You might sit down there and then you feel that I'm a billionaire when my money not even reach.
No, but you're buying
make I
Gucci
see,
bag. You're doing Brazilian.
Suppose
You're living
suppose
on the
I'm living
island.
suppose I'm doing on credit. I'm living on credit.
Hey, but
But that's
the way you are showing your lifestyle to me
Yeah.
as your sibling.
Yeah.
You are living in Lekki, Banana Island. You are driving a big car. You are carrying Gucci. You're looking fine like this every day. And you tell me you don't have money.
No, but me, I just came back.
See,
and I travel with family. So it's people's mind.
Nobody should calculate another person's money.
Exactly.
Or you do that consciously. Let's be
let's
realistic.
do
Do that
for
consciously.
the fact that as in at least I've done the basic as a sibling, paid your school fees, make sure, for example, your kids are well taken care of, your hospital bills, as a rich sibling, as a supposedly rich sibling, your school fees, all those things, the basics have been provided for. You know that you always have, you know that you've eaten, you always have a roof over your head.
You're not naked.
Then you sit down.
Any other
You
thing
say
is
you've not seen siblings, so you sit down. They're calculating the money that came.
You're traveling. Why did you take me? I'm your cousin. Did you travel with me?
People don't want what you give them. They want what you have.
Exactly.
Is that Vietnam that you go? That's that place you entered.
Yes.
We must enter
Enter
it
that
together.
place
That's
together.
greed.
That's house that you live in.
Do you know this
you
also
must hand it over to
with
me.
staff?
That's the dangerous one.
It happens with staff. It happens with maids. Why do
Yeah.
we have those situations? The maid is looking at you and feeling like, we are living, I'm the one doing the work inside the house. You don't know you're doing work outside. Sometimes I have to explain to my staff in my office that I work on a TV station. I do Red 360. I also do speaking engagements. I have a book. My money is not real estate money alone. I get money from different places. Gather everything together to live the life I'm living right now.
Explain to our siblings.
You have to explain
to our staff
so that they
so
will
they understand. Because no matter your explanation, you
might
think
not
you're
believe.
explaining. Nobody really cares about your explanation. Really, in your mind, you feel that you've told them. No, they're not comforted. Your sibling doesn't want to
They
know
feel
that.
you're lying.
They don't even know their feet. They don't care. Somehow, with all this your complaint or this your lamentation, you are still able to build a house in Banana Island. You are still able to buy a new car. What are you talking about?
You are all right.
You are
are
more
all
than
right.
all right. So don't give me that. So my question, therefore, with all this is that even as a rich person, and I think that's where Nima usually comes in modesty, should we have our wealth in modesty? Should we have, no matter how rich we are, should we say just because I have siblings who are still hustling, it's not time for me to buy this new car. It's not time for me to send my children abroad. It's not time for me to do this. I need to just work in a more modest way so that I don't look too rich.
What you call modest is still extravagant to some people. You are modest. You have done all your best. Nima dresses, but somebody will still say her waist is too cinched. When I read the comment, I'm like, I don't understand. I've never seen her elbow before. She's covering everything. You say
the
they
first
sit.
time last week. Was it Monday?
Oh yeah, yesterday. I'm like, she changed the front of us and we see hands.
I said, hey,
I'm
Nima,
like,
I'm seeing your hand.
somebody is saying that it was too fitted on the waist. What you call modest, you have lived with all humility. Somebody will still look at it and say, You have a car. I don't have a car. So you have something I don't have, and they'll still look at it. So people should be responsible.
Everybody should just live their lives. That's just it. But
Very true.
And you work hard for your money. Please, this life now one life. People
why they call you Amaka Fresh.
person they die.
freshness.
I beg you work hard for the money. Chop am how you want chop am.
No, we must chop in modesty.
No, see, Morayo,
see, we live
I
amongst poor people
reject
in
that.
our country.
I will take care and I
live-
will help. But I will chop my money that I've worked
way I
for
want to do
very
it,
well, the way I
yes.
want to, with audacity, unapologetic.
With your full chest.
And I work for you, never to be cut on fresh.
Amakus. I think we can wrap up on that. But really, I think in a nutshell, really, I mean, the conversation really is about obligation. Should you feel obligated to help? Yes, I could perform Roma too. You should to help your siblings. But at the same time, in helping, for my own end, know the kind of help you need to give. Because sometimes it's not about just handing over money or material things. See, give things to help them to instigate their own wealth or to initiate their own wealth themselves. However, nobody's saying we shouldn't give. We're just saying that give, but also respect the fact that everybody also worked hard for their money, and they are entitled to spend the money the way they choose to, although we say do that responsibly. Let's go on a short break. When we come back, move on to the next segment. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.